is DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. A member of the kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Patnubay at gabay ng magulang ay kailangan sa mga batang manonood.
Join us as we uncover the stories behind every game-changing moment with Bill Velasco. Get ready to dive into the heart of sports because it's time for your favorite sports step into the spotlight.
Isang napakagandang umaga po sa inyong lahat mga teammates. Ito po ang Hardball with Bill Velasco. Ngayon po ay Lunes, June 16, 2025. Ngayong araw na ito, ibibigay naman natin ang spotlight sa mga kababaihan sa mundo ng sports na patuloy na gumagawa ng kasaysayan at nagbabandera ng puso ng Pilipinas sa kanilang larangan. Hatid sa inyo yan ng Women Who Win.
To Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Tutukan ng ating eksklusibong panayam sa founder at presidente ng Philippine Paddle Association na si Alena Don.
Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Abangan din ang ating espesyal na interview kay Karen Caballero, dating Secretary General ng Philippine Olympic Committee at kasalukuyang Pangulo ng Pilipinas Sepak Takraw Federation.
This is Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, sundan kami sa aming mga social media accounts sa Facebook, DWAN 1206 AM, sa YouTube, DWAN.1206 AM, sa TikTok at DWAN 1206 AM, at sa Instagram, DWAN 1206 AM.
This is Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Time out muna tayo sa usapang sports. Muling inaanyayahan ng PAGCOR, mga tagapakinig natin na amateur professional photographers na lumahok sa PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 na may temang Infrastructure for Economic Development. Bukas ang kompetisyon sa lahat ng Filipino photographers na may edad 16 pataas. Maaaring magsumite ng photo entry sa ilalim ng 3 kategorya, ang conventional, mobile at drone. 8 grand winners ang pipiliin ng PAGCOR sa bawat kategorya at hanggang July 31, 2025 na lamang ang submission of entries.
Hardball with Bill Velasco. Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Ngayon naman, usapang racket sports tayo. Tutukan ng aming panayam sa founder at president ng Philippine Paddle Association na si Alena Don, hatid sa inyo ng Women Who Win.
Hardball with Bill Velasco. May mga katanungan ka ba tungkol sa iyong karapatan o problemang hindi masolusyonan? Isang tawag lang at nandyan na si Attorney Bob Ferrer para umagapay sa iyo. Magbibigay boses sa iyong mga hinaing na dapat marinig. Bibigyang linaw yan dito sa Isang Tawag Ka Lang. Kasama si Attorney Bob Ferrer tuwing Lunes, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Dito lang sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio.
Do you have a gambling problem? To know more about PAGCOR's responsible gaming program, including its player exclusion program, visit www.pagcor.ph/regulatory/responsible.ph. A message of concern from the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation.
Look Looking to level up your brand? Advertise with us, where everything you need are rolled into one. All in one. In DWAN. From news, entertainment, to music, all in the mix. DWAN 1206 AM is your partner in reaching real people with real impact. For inquiries, send us an email at logansrunprod@gmail.com or get in touch with us at 02-7001-3053. DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Are you stuck in your thoughts again? Join us every night as we dive into Gen Z dilemmas, life's awkward moments, and the occasional realizations. Catch Overthoughts with Sam and Joe, where overthinking has never been more fun or this chaotic. Mondays to Fridays, 8 to 9 p.m. before PCSO Lottery Draw. Only here on the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Decades of sound, from classics to now, is about to take you on a wild ride through time. Get ready to jump in and out of the time machine as the Sting mixes hits from way back then to the hottest tracks of today. Non-stop music magic.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Every Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 8 p.m. We're bringing you the classics, the bangers, and everything in between. Dito lang yan sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. You're tuned in to Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Nagbabalik ang ating programang Hardball with Bill Velasco. Ngayon, ito ang ating naging interview sa founder at president ng Philippine Paddle Association na si Alena Dong.
Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Here with me now is the president of the Philippine Paddle Association, Miss Alena Don. Hi, Miss Alena. Well, let's just talk about your journey as an athlete. Kailan ka ba nagsimulang mag-paddle or naging atleta?
Actually, I mean, for paddle, I did not have any racket sport background. 4 years ago, yung fiancé ko, he actually asked me, hey, do you want to start paddle in the Philippines? Sabi ko, I don't even know what paddle is, but sure, why not? Kasi we're very entrepreneurial and we love starting out new things. So I looked for paddle. It was pandemic, and then ginawa namin yung first court sa Pilipinas. So dun ko na-discover yung paddle. First time ko maglaro ng paddle is sa paddle court dito sa Manila Paddle Club, dito sa center court.
What do you like about the sport?
So I love paddle kasi it's low barrier to entry. Anybody can play. Any age, any gender, and it could be as friendly as possible or as competitive as you want. So, yung paddle talaga is such a social sport. So, that's the beauty of paddle.
Okay. How is it different from tennis? Kasi ang dami na umuusbong na racket sport,
Yeah.
right? So originally it was tennis, and then naging paddle, and then naging pickleball. So how is paddle unique compared to these other sports?
So, yung paddle, compared to other sports actually, para siyang 4D tennis. I always tell everybody it's 4D tennis. Combination siya ng tennis and squash. Ito nga yung raketa natin eh. So, makikita mo, sa racket pa lang iba na. So, gawa niya is EVA foam inside and then carbon fiber outside or different materials yung ginagamit nila. And it's so easy to play. But, kakaiba din dito kasi doubles lang talaga yung paddle.
Okay.
So, kailangan lagi kang may teammate. So, kaya napakaganda ng paddle kasi very teamwork-oriented siya. Pero yung bola natin, ano siya, Same sa tennis ball, pero mas malambot.
Alright, alright.
Tapos yung size din ng court kakaiba kasi meron tayong glass, fence, tapos 1/3 lang siya ng size ng tennis court.
1/3, okay. Plus may factor pa ng wall.
Yung glass wall natin, kaya siya naging 4D tennis kasi pwede mong smash back sa wall. Pagka hit niya sa turf, tapos pagkabalik galing sa wall, pwede mo ulit atakihin. So, napakadaming ways to play paddle. So, kaya napaka-competitive din ito. Kahit yung mga first time maglaro, nakakakuha sila ng instant gratification kasi madali talaga ipalo yung raketa.
But before you played paddle, did you try other sports?
Yes, I'm actually a taekwondo athlete.
Wow, ang layo.
Kaya nga like from a very individual sport. I did taekwondo, naglaro ako sa Mapua University before. And then, of course, before that, yung sport ko is competitive mountain biking and road biking. So, talagang napaka-individual sports ng mga sports na kinalakhan ko. So, for me, nakakapanibago kasi ngayon, kailangan mo talagang i-consider yung partner mo. Kasi communication is key sa paddle. Ako, nag-enjoy ako today kasi yung partner ko, kahit 16 years old lang siya, maganda yung communication namin at yung relationship namin. So, pinaka-importante sa paddle is communication with your partner.
Hindi ba naging mahirap para sa'yo mag-adjust from an individual sport to a team sport?
Napakahirap kasi iniisip ko minsan na saan ba ako pupunta, kailangan ko bang sabihin na kung asan yung kalaban. So talagang kailangan mo magsalita. Hindi ka pwedeng basta tahimik lang, hindi mo tinitingnan. Kailangan alam mo din kung paano ba maglaro yung partner mo. So hindi pwede basta-basta, especially sa competition, basta-basta kang pumunta sa competition, nasa likod ka, nasa harap yung partner mo. Hindi siya parang tennis na doubles. Kailangan parehas kayo ng linya lagi. Kasi mabubutasan kayo if may gap kayo.
How long have you been playing this?
So, almost 4 years, 3.5 years. Nung nagsimula talaga yung paddle sa Pilipinas, ito yung time na nag-paddle ako. So, ngayon, magpo 4 years na this November, this year.
Wow! Pero now that you're enjoying it at the same time, nag-iba ba yung situation or mindset mo in a way?
Oo, nag-iba talaga kasi ngayon na-enjoy ko yung mag-training. Hindi ko akalain na i-in love talaga ako sa paddle. So, na-enjoy ko siya as recreational but also very competitive. Kaya ngayon nga, since apart from sa Philippine Paddle Association nga na relationship namin with the International Federation, Paddle Federation ng FIF, so naging project namin yung Asia Paddle Events. So itong mga events na ganito, yung Cupra Fifth Tour, kami yung gumagawa sa Southeast Asia. Like for example, ginawa namin yung first time sa Malaysia, pupunta din kaming Hong Kong, pupunta kaming Thailand next month.
Wow!
Tapos pupunta din kaming Japan on July. So dinadala namin for the first time yung Cupra Fifth Tour sa madaming countries. Tapos of course, yung relationship ni Philippine Paddle Association as the member of FIF is nakikipag-cooperate kami sa mga countries na member din ni FIF, like Thailand Paddle Association and Japan Paddle Association.
Okay, well, you've been expanding and building relationships as well outside of the Philippines. Pero hindi ka ba nagdalawang isip na yung paddle dadalhin ko sa Pilipinas, ano kayang magiging o paano kaya tatanggapin to ng mga Pinoy?
Nasa isip actually namin, ako at yung partner ko si Frederick, is kasi eto, patok na patok sa Spain.
Okay, yes.
And yung Filipino culture about socializing, very similar na na-adapt natin sa Spanish na talagang oriented sila sa family, sa friends. So talagang na-identify namin tong sport na to, na naniwala kami sa sport na to, that this will be the sport of the Filipinos, not just individually, but as a family. And ito nga yung patok na patok dito kasi parents bring their kids, the kids play on their own court, and the parents play on their own court.
How big is the paddle community now in the Philippines?
More than, based on our records, 16,000 players in the Philippines that have tried paddle.
Whoa, okay.
So, yung mga club, meron ng mga 10, all spread out in Philippines. Meron tayo sa mga Metro Manila, meron tayo sa Palawan, sa Siargao, sa Bohol, mag-o-open na din yung club. So talagang nag-spread na yung paddle sa Philippines.
How do you try to spread, the sport or tell people about it?
So talagang more of from word of mouth, doon nag-start talaga. So it was so organic. And kaya also, I mean, we took the risk to make sure it's in the center of everything para it can be a household sport.
Right.
So talagang for us, we spend our time like doing free intro to paddles for first-timers para ma-hook lagi sila. And of course, para naman sa grassroots program natin, we do clinics for youth development. So nag-sponsor tayo ng local communities para matuto yung mga batang mag-paddle, yung mga interested.
Wow! Well, you're one of the pioneers of the sport. Well, as a woman, what was the challenge para sa'yo nung dalin mo to? And then, challenge from the previous when you started until now?
When we started, kasi it's a new sport. So it was so complicated to explain to people kasi paddle, they think paddleboard. They were looking for the water in BGC. I'm like, it's not paddleboard. It's a racket sport. It's paddle. And then of course, kasi di ba, like for example, this location, the word club is there. Parang iniisip nila, it's exclusive. Kaya one of the things that we really focus on is, we say, open to all.
Okay.
So napaka-importante nito. So as an outdoor sport as well, for Philippines, of course, you know, people want to be in air conditioning,
Of course.
indoors. So, nahirap din mag-explain na outdoor to, under the sun. So, talagang yung mga barrier na yon, we try to make solutions out of it. So, that's why we even did na itong Manila Paddle Club 24/7 open.
24/7? Anytime?
So, pwede ka maglaro ng 2:00. May mga naglalaro ng 2:00.
Okay,
ng
ayos
umaga. So, we try to give a solution to every like barrier para sa isang tao na parang sa kanila, okay, I work the whole day, how am I gonna play? Okay, the sport is available to you all throughout the day.
Well, you've mentioned how big and the number of participants playing the sport. At sa community na meron kayo ngayon, meron na bang mga relasyon na nabuo dito?
Relasyon, napakadami na. May mga kinasal na nga eh.
Because of paddle?
Yes.
Wow! So,
Nakakatuwa.
building of relationships, family bonding as well.
Yes.
Ano sa'yo? Oh, yeah.
Friendships.
Okay, yep.
I've seen so many people build their own little families, but they're friends as families. Dito sa club na to, it's so tight-knit yung community. Everybody protects each other, they take care of each other, they support each other. This is the beauty of paddle.
Yung approach mo pagdating sa paddle, I think it's both as a business and as an athlete.
Yes.
Where do you draw the line? No, ito, business focus lang to. Ito, gusto ko, atleta lang ako. I want to enjoy this.
My priority actually is to grow paddle in the Philippines. Grow and develop paddle in the Philippines. Representing Philippine Paddle Association and beyond. So that's why yung Asia Paddle events para sa ating regional players. As an athlete, personally, for me, that's secondary. For me, the first is putting the Filipinos first to know paddle, to grow and develop the sport for Filipinos, for Philippines and the country.
Why? Where'd you get that motivation?
Because I see and believe that our players, our Philippine paddle players, have the chance to really show that Philippines is the best in paddle in Asia. This is my dream, to see Philippines as number one in paddle in Asia. Talaga.
Well, you're just one of the women,
Yeah.
Pinay athletes now having this kind of vision. Okay, why do you think a lot of women are getting more involved in sports?
Talagang kasi yung sports ngayon is very inclusive. It gives you the empowerment. And at the same time, you can still embrace your womanhood. You don't have to adjust to change how you are as a woman. You can actually take advantage of being a woman in sports. So, especially paddle actually, kasi so different yung men's category sa female category. It's more about tactics, strategy. So, it's being more about a smart player on court than being a strong player to hit all the balls so hard.
Okay.
That's why it's such a beautiful sport. And yun nga, yung mga sports ngayon, kaya yung madami tayong mga Filipina athletes, kasi kahit sa iba-ibang sports, kasi may platform na available for
Right.
Philippine athletes.
Would you consider yourself successful already at this part of your career in paddle?
I would say so. Kasi I feel like we're living in the legacy that we wanted to build. So seeing that the Philippines, makikita mo actually sa raketa last year ng World Championships, yung Philippine flag andun.
Wow.
So nakaka-proud talaga, and it's so heartwarming, and I'm so proud of our Philippine paddle team for representing our country and raising the flag. Yung Filipino spirit andun talaga eh. Ramdam ng lahat, and all the other countries were so impressed kasi 1-2 years pa lang naglalaro yung mga atleta natin. Laban talaga sila.
What's next for Alena Dawn?
What's next for me? I will be touring around Southeast Asia and Asia beyond for organizing the Cupra FIP Tour in Asia. And of course, next week actually, I will be representing of course, Philippine Paddle Association, the growth of paddle in the Philippines, and Asia Paddle events in the Paddle World Summit in Barcelona.
Wow, that's something to look forward to ng mga Pinoy when it
Yes.
comes to this sport, right? Ngayon naman, I'd like to ask how challenging is to be in this sport, in this industry, bilang babae. Is there any challenges? Ano yung mga na-encounter mo and how were you able to overcome it?
For example, I was just an athlete for Taekwondo before. I wasn't someone organizing sports or doing sports business or sports organizations. So parang yun yung pinaka-big barrier before. Like people would question, what credentials do I have?
Okay, yes.
But for me, I have the grit and the belief in the sport. So talagang it's all hard work and passion. So yun yung parang pinaka naging hardest part of it was I felt like in the beginning I had to prove myself, but then eventually I learned that my work speaks for itself.
Yeah, because of this tournament and the number of people playing and supporting it.
My first item that made an impact in my life is the paddle racket.
Okay.
I never would have imagined myself running after a green fuzzy ball. It has taught me more about teamwork and communication, which is applied every day now in my life. Kasi before I was a little bit more to myself, more individualistic.
Right.
So I was used to working alone.
Okay.
And now, I have to work with a lot of people to make sure this happens. So, it's such a learning experience, and I think that's one of the most beautiful things that I've learned from paddle.
Okay, and your next item?
Next item would be my engagement ring. Now, I would say that big impact because it's like life-changing. But I mean, you asked before, like personally, the relationships formed in paddle. The thing is, me and my fiance, we were together already when we started paddle.
Okay.
But we never worked together.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
that's massive impact in my life.
Okay.
Kasi, of course, the dynamics change. So, our life revolves around paddle.
Right.
Almost 24/7. But of course, for us, we're so passionate about the sport. Kaya for us, this is the lifestyle we want, and we want to bring this to all the Filipinos as well.
Pero, di ba, I mean, they said that if you work together with your partner, that's going to be a different ball game. Did it
Yes.
change?
Completely.
All right.
Completely. Kasi for us, but I'm so lucky. I am so lucky to have a supportive partner who gives me the platform to do the things that I'm passionate about and that I excel in. So I have really an amazing support system. And for me, my success is because I have a very supportive partner that makes me feel like I can fail. So I'm not scared of failing. So the fear of failing was completely removed. That's why I was so brave to try all the avenues in sports. Kasi syempre, male-dominated industry.
True.
But he gave me that support na if I fail, he always has my back.
Oh,
And I
happy for
have
you.
his.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. Okay, and the last item?
The last item would be coconut water.
Okay.
No, I would say, kasi I'm an island girl. I grew up in Batangas. So one of the things that we really focus on and introduced here in the paddle community is the fresh coconut water, ice cold. So, I mean, especially in the Philippines, one of the things that is kind of like barrier sa paddle is the heat, di ba? So we have taught people to hydrate more.
Right.
So also for me, personal culprit din ako ng not drinking enough. But now we have the logo. Actually, kaya nga yung Manila Paddle Club is Manila Paddle Club. We want Manila Paddle Club, Philippines, to be known in the world. Kahit magpunta kaming Spain and anywhere in Europe, alam nila yung Manila Paddle Club and Philippine Paddle.
That's the goal.
Yes.
Okay, lastly, do you have any message to all Pinoy athletes or fans or those who want to try the sport?
So para sa ating mga Pinoy athletes, yung mga tennis players natin, racket sports players, and kahit hindi ka pa nag-try ng racket sports, just come to Manila Paddle Club or any of the club members ng Philippine Paddle Association kasi meron tayong free intro to paddle. So ang kailangan mo lang dalahin is yung sarili mo plus maybe your friends if you want to enjoy it more, and you can try paddle. And of course, invited kayo anytime to watch our competitions. Now we have the international competition, but also all throughout the year we have national competitions as well. And you're so much welcome to also sign up and watch.
Ayan, alright, thank you. Thank you.
Looking to level up your brand? Advertise with us, where everything you need are rolled into one. All in one. In DWAN. From news, entertainment, to music, all in the mix. DWAN 1206 AM is your partner in reaching real people with real impact. For inquiries, send us an email at logansrunprod@gmail.com or get in touch with us at 02-7001-3053. DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Decades of sound, from classics to now, is about to take you on a wild ride through time. Get ready to jump in and out of the time machine as the Sting mixes hits from way back then to the hottest tracks of today. Non-stop music magic.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Every Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 8 p.m. We're bringing you the classics, the bangers, and everything in between. Dito lang yan sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Gising na! Narito na ang programa na puno ng inspirasyon at good vibes. Isang umaga ng saya, pag-asa at siksik ng blessings ang hatid namin sa inyo. Halina't samahan sina Justin Punsalang, Danny Lagman at Maan Makapagal sa isang umagang hitik sa kwentuhan, tawanan at saya. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 7 ng umaga. Dito lang sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio.
Mga showbiz chika at intriga. Ano nga ba ang latest sa mga paborito mong artista? Huwag mag-alala dahil sina Miss F at Joey Austria na ang bahala. Dadalhin nila sa inyo ang latest trending topics at freshest news in the showbiz world. Dito sa EPAL o EPAL, eto pala ang latest.
Tuwing Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula alas 12:30 hanggang alas 2 ng tanghali.
Dito sa DWAN 1206 AM, ang radyo ng bago. Pilipinas.
Kasabay nyo kami sa tanghalian dahil tanghali na lang ang tapat. Mga balita at impormasyong tiyak na tututukan mo. Samahan si Maan Makapagal sa Balitaan sa Tanghalian tuwing Lunes hanggang Biyernes alas 12 ng tanghali dito sa Radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. This is Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Narito ang ating panayam kay Karen Caballero, Pangulo ng Pilipinas Sepak Takraw Federation Incorporated. Hatid sa inyo ng Women Who Win.
Hardball with Bill Velasco.
How did you start with sports? Anong sport? Bakit ka napunta sa hilig mo sa sport o may ginawa ka bang ibang sport?
As I mentioned earlier, na ngayon yung aking pinipreach din with grassroots, it started from home. I was just fortunate that I have very supportive parents. I'm an 80s kid. Growing up in the 80s, early 90s. Wala pang internet. No, nothing. Summers would be long and warm and just plain boring. So, every summer, there's always something to do. There's always a voice lesson, a dance lesson, ballet, but it didn't work. And then I found my niche that I actually enjoy sports. I enjoyed playing tennis. There were summers of swimming. And then I found archery.
Why? Why archery? Ano yung nagustuhan mo sa sport?
Because my dad would always bring me on summers sa mga meetings niya. And it so happened, he was an official of Philippine Sepak Takraw back in the day. It was founded in 1984. In Rizal. Sobrang, hindi pa yung Rizal as we know Rizal now. Medyo bulok-bulok pa yon. And then, habang nagmi-meeting siya, he would tell me, just roam around it, you know? And then, right next door is NAAP, the National Archery Association of the Philippines. And I'm like, what's archery?
Yeah.
You know, for someone who's, I think I was 11, 12 when I found out about archery, and I asked him, and he said, gusto mo ba? So, and I said, yes. O, di pakausap mo ni mga coach. No, that's how it started. For an all-girls school din, it was rather weird and uncool na, bakit kayo nagsisport sa ganyan? Well, hindi pa ganun ka-active ang sports program for an all-girls school back in the day.
Okay.
So, yes, there were a lot of local competitions, indoor and outdoor, a lot of trainings in between during, the week and weekends. So, tuloy yun, for a couple of years, there would always be my parents going there and watching me, kahit manalo, matalo, it's always good.
Okay, fast forward, after 17 years old, ano yung naging...
Nag-boyfriend na
Oh
ako.
my God! Paano ba nagsimula yung career mo sa sepak takraw?
Oh, I didn't want this. I didn't want sepak takraw. It's always been present in my parents' life. I call it their second family. Both of them. They've always loved sepak takraw, even long after I got engaged, got married, had kids. There's always sepak takraw for them. It's their thing. Okay? So I knew of athletes then as my kuyas. Ganun ka-wild. And then 2009 happened. You know how Ondoy is? We're from that village.
Okay, yes.
The famous village. So I have a house here with 2 young kids and a husband, and it was one of my lowest points in my life. We didn't know any better then. But right now, if you tell me, magkakaroon ng bagyo bukas, alam na namin gagawin. But we were caught off guard. So it was a long 2 months of my life. And in those 2 months, those who helped me at my lowest were the national team of Sepak Takraw. After their training, they would go here, help me clean up, because it was just ridiculous. And then, one of those kainan namin na mga relief food goods, and I said, how can I pay you guys? So I guess I started in an accidental way. I didn't mean it. Sinabi ko lang, magbabayad lang ako ng utang ng loob.
Okay.
Because they helped me at my lowest. They didn't have to, They could just help my parents and then go their way. So I said, ano ba yung capacity ko ngayon? Because I was working in a corporate na din. Ano kayong magagawa ko for them? And that's how it innocently started. Oh, I was a glorified water girl. I wasn't an official. But my dad would take me along here and there pag may ano sila. But under no official capacity. Sometimes he would just say, tulungan mo yung team. So I didn't know that was team management already. You know, ano ba yung kailangan nila bago kumanta? Ano ba yung mga kulang na pwedeng punuan? Kasi hindi naman nakukuha lahat din sa PSC. Ano yung pwede? So it started innocently as that. Parang team management.
Okay.
And I love management. I love putting structure and I love putting things together. So that's how it started.
With your experience previously as an athlete, how did you try to partially share it to the team nung nagsisimula ka?
I know how challenging it is. No, ako, feeling ko as an athlete, swerte ako eh. Support sa equipment, support sa lahat. Kaya nga, interesting sa akin yung mga teka natutulog sa school. Kasi hindi ako papayagan ng parents ko nun. We would get our own, my dad would get our own hotel, or parang, pero gusto ko sumama sa kanila.
Okay.
Parang may ganun. Never experienced that. But I know the challenge nila.
Okay.
Yung mga kulang na, alam kong magaling ka. Siguro kung nabigyan ka lang, alam ko naman mas magaling ka sa akin. Kung nabigyan ka lang siguro ng tamang equipment, tamang training, tamang break, magaling ka. Because as an athlete naman, archer, hindi naman ako the best of the best of the best.
Right.
But with the support I got from my parents, parang sobrang banu ko naman kung hindi pa ako, di ba, mag-excel dun. But, and that's how it started, na parang siguro pag tinulungan tong mga to, yung hindi man everything, punuan lang yung basic na pangkulang nila, they'd go somewhere. And that's, I think, yung hugot ko at that time.
Sepak takraw, hindi naman siya napaka-famous na sport dito sa Pilipinas ngayon. Pero, syempre, kasama natin to, inaral natin to nung grade school, kasama sa PE natin.
Sa mga DepEd schools.
Right.
Yes, yes.
So, bakit hindi ba iba yung tingin mo sa sport na to? I mean, this is not really recognized by a lot of people.
If you ask me that 10 years ago, I would have agreed with you. But knowing what I know now, this is not Imperial Metro Manila game. Actually, marami tayong Luzon clubs. It's ever growing. Okay? So, hindi pwedeng sabihin hindi because consistent SEA Games medalist ang sepak takraw ng Philippine team, nag-world champion, nag-Asian Games medalist. Kasi Asian Games are yung highest na ma-achieve ng ano eh. We're not yet in the Olympics. Hindi siya malakas maybe to mainstream because it's not even in the NCAA or UAAP, but we are in SCUAA, State Colleges Universities Athletic Association. And it's one of those strong sports in SCUAA program. So, and I think ang strength ng takraw is not here. We don't see it regularly, walang mga basketball. But if you go in Mindanao, if you go in sa mga Central Luzon, marami nagtatakraw. So, it's ever growing.
In an organization that you are right now, do you have any projects or plans how to, palaguin pa? Or to spread like how good our takraw team is?
Yes, as I said, we have already produced world champions. Okay, 2016. And consistency games medalists. And much recently, 2023 Asian Games double bronze. Ngayon, we are very intentional and mindful to further go takraw on a grassroots level.
Okay.
By creating Philippine Sepak Takraw League.
All right.
So we are doing our best to make it an annual thing for our enthusiasts. Because currently we have over 70 members across the country. And these members, we empower them not just with the league. We empower other stakeholders of the team, like the coaches, the technical officials. Even now, we are soon to hold a team managers seminar para alam yung maging cohesive ba yung ecosystem namin. So, we are very intentional to further grow our grassroots program. So, I'm thankful of partners like Milo.
Yes.
We have just resumed our relationship with them for this year, and hopefully in the next 3 years, we will continue to work with them. Because currently this summer, we have 2 locations in Benguet, Baguio Benguet, and in Marikina with Milo. So this is just the start because our target in the coming years would be to add more locations in Mindanao and Visayas. It's a clinic, yes, it's a camp of sorts. So it's a total of 8 sessions.
Okay.
It's 4 hours per session.
Wow.
And it ends with the tournament as their graduates,
Right.
But not only that, because we empower coaches, because we need to empower our grassroots.
Okay, yes.
So we do a lot of seminars, leveling seminars. We license them right now to ensure na aalagaan yung mga atleta natin. From talent identification to teaching them the right thing. Para hindi na mga injury yan na hindi na makarating sa elite, diba? So may sustainability kami ginagawa for them.
Okay. Well, in sports in general, may mga politics, situations, unexpectedly. And, well, you had your own share of that experience.
Yes.
So, briefly, and maybe not dwelling into the details,
Yeah.
like, how did that affect you and what's the factor, kumbaga, na parang I see that you are very passionate about what you do right now?
Yes. That's why I mentioned to you how I am so happy when I see, for example, your all-women
Crew,
media team.
yes.
This is something new to me. And as an advocate of women in sports, kasama kayo sa ecosystem namin eh. Yung media, because you tell our stories. And you have your own stories to tell, diba? And you see us. You guys are behind the camera, pero alam mo yung if a woman tells a story of another woman, alam mo kung saan kukunin yun eh. Or if you guys work behind the camera, alam mo, iba rin yung hugot nun eh. So, going back to the politics, sports is, I can say it's still a man's world. But it's extra challenging for a woman to come in. I guess you could also relate in some ways. Diba? But we have to comfortably find our place and know the threshold. Na alam din naman natin na, hindi ko na kaya na. But as of recent kasi, while there are major storms that I've come across, I think it fueled me more. Pag sige kung ayaw niyo sa akin, I'll go somewhere else where I can flourish and be appreciated. And I'm fine. I'm totally made peace with that. Na I won't isisiksik ko sarili ko. No. But I'll be somewhere else in a leadership post, create a program, and just be fantastic about it. And then find my peace.
What does a woman like you have that you thrive in that kind of situation?
Stubbornness. We have to be stubborn. We have to, the passion is there. I think we're all in here because we are passionate about what we do.
Right.
But to be stubborn is another thing. Okay? Pero alam din yung threshold. Hanggang saan to hindi ko kaya to kasi I have to self-care too.
Right.
Diba? We could not take care of our stakeholders if we can't take care of ourselves. So I know when to pause, step back a bit, and then regroup myself. And then I come back na, okay, mas clear na, alam ko na gagawin ko. Ayoko nito, okay, fine, I'll go here. Ano pa yung pwede kong gawin? Diba? So I guess it's just creativity also and stubbornness.
How long have you been doing this?
Too long, my God. My God, no. Too long. I mean, sports has always been a very influential matter in my life. I can safely say I'm a sportswoman myself. Sa puso, sa isip, at sa gawa. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been here too long, and I think until the day I die, I will be a sportswoman. Because sports, as Milo said, is a great teacher. So, that's why I'm extra proud of my athletes who are getting out in life na parang, alam niyo ba, ng mga most corporate HR now prefers applicants who have athletic background. And you know why that is? Because I was into corporate before. Alam ko, na atleta yan, sanay mag-train yan everyday. Sanay sa pain yan. So,
sanay mahirapan.
Sanay mahirapan. Sanay matalo. But they show up the following day.
Right.
And train again, and do the same thing again until they win. And that is a character of people who are into sports. Diba? Okay, talo ako ngayon. And tayo ulit. Nabalik ulit ako. Until I get it right, until I win. And then we start over.
Ano yung pinaka-goal mo dito sa Takraw?
Oh, I want to mentor future leaders. I want to mentor future leaders of Takraw who will hopefully be better than what we are. You know, there are programs in place. Ang sinasabi ko lang, pagandahin niyo palalo sana yung programa, pero huwag niyong patayin. Kasi ang ganda ng sport ng Takraw. it gives a lot of opportunities to children from far-off places that we don't know. It was in Tacrao when I come across regular people who would say, Ma'am, ako ang unang graduate sa pamilya ko dahil sa Tacrao.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? If Tacrao is a tool for me, some people go to church to serve. I guess this is my way of vocation. One Filipino at a time, one Tacroista at a time. Na makatulong lang sana mag-mentor ako ng maniniwala sa sport, mamahalin ng sport, at ituloy nyo lang yung programa kasi ang dami nyo matutulungang bata eh. Diba?
Is that your message to who?
To everyone. To everyone. To everyone.
Have you come up with a plan like you want this sport na makilala sa buong bansa?
Yes, I believe that it is already growing through the Philippine Sepak Takraw League. Someday, I want it as big as volleyball.
Bakit hindi?
Bakit hindi?
Diba?
They started with just that dream too.
Yes. Yes.
Diba? And you wouldn't believe how many Filipinos are actually playing this. In fact, I have to open a master's event. Because there are OFW, there are military men na ang tatanda na pero na-excite pa rin maglaro. Because they just love this.
And I think Takraw is one of the oldest sport dito sa Pilipinas.
You know, it was the sports of the royalty back in the day.
Okay.
It is an innately Southeast Asian. That's why, ang mahirap sa Southeast Asia, lahat ng world champion, lahat ng magagaling na dito. Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines. So talagang pag mga Asian Games, it's not a walk in the park. It's not. Because it's in ka-region natin yung pinakamagagaling. That's why we have our own version. We call it Sipa, they call it Raga in Malaysia, I think, or Brunei. Sepak in Thailand. That's why it has been a commonality na dati national sport natin ngayon are na because Sepak is an innately Southeast Asian sport. And back in the day, it was a royalty sport ng mga datu, ng mga hari before the Spaniards came in. So atin talaga to, it's in our blood. It's just a matter of us really embracing it. And we're built for the sport.
Ano pa yung kulang sa tingin mo sa Takraw na dapat, I mean, we should be prepared of or do we have plans of trying to improve it?
Unang-una sa akin accountabilities ng mga sports leaders in their own little local governance, clubs, and whatnot. Yung gusto kong gawin to na hindi pera ang una, kundi development ng sport. Diba? Pag nag-leader ka, talagang tanggapin mo across other sports, the abono culture is there. Pagdadasal mo na lang, kailan mo ulit mababawi. Pero like I always tell them, gusto ko to eh. You know? My kids are grown, they're big, and ito na pa rin yung parang I still do what I have to do. Para sabi ko, parang may pang-abono ako sa inyo. Alam mo yun? But jokingly. Because I just seriously enjoy what I do. I love the sport, what it brings on the table for regular Filipino kids across the country. So, yun lang, accountability for leaders na, you know what? We need to do our part. Kailangan ihatid natin sila. Mahirap for us. Mahirap mag-i-atleta nila. Mahirap din for me. For us, for leaders. Diba? Ang daming challenges. Marami na doon, lalo na yun. Sponsorship and pera. So, someday talagang I'm setting Philippine Sepak Takraw League. At least magkaroon ng commercial component, tournaments talaga na where big brands would believe in supporting this and their local constituents and clubs.
Kanina, you said that it was an utang na loob why you serve the team. Pero ngayon,
sabi sa akin ng isang nirerespeto kong media rin, si Sir dito, umpisa ka ng utang ng loob ngayon, mahal mo na sila. You can call it love, I guess. I am empowering everyone. You know that the leader can only do so much, but everybody has their places, has their talents and strengths. It's just a matter of them really, empowering them to flourish and to embrace it. Because maraming takot na parang hindi ko kaya. No, get out of your comfort zone. Do what you have to do. Even with coaches and athletes. It's uncomfortable, but you gotta do it and you'll discover yourself. And then, right before my very eyes, I see them take on leadership. Filipino Takrawista are world-class athletes. Okay? Not just the Olympic sports. We are world-class athletes. Congratulations to you guys. Huwag kayong magsasawa. Dapat ganyan kami. Huwag kayong magsasawa.
Gusto nyo ba ng mas exciting na content? It's time to manually scan your Digibox or Smart TV. Tune in sa aming dynamic trio lineup, all in one channel band. Abangan ang Congress TV sa Channel 13.2 for the latest updates and happenings straight from the legislative halls. Enjoy your favorite shows na hindi lang siksik sa information, kundi punong-puno rin sa entertainment sa IBC 13 at Channel 13.1. At para sa pinakabagong balita, talk shows at music, stay tuned to the 1206 AM sa Channel 13.3, broadcasting your favorite radio shows on your TV. All this and more in just one channel band. Don't miss out. Manually scan your Digibox or Smart TV now to enjoy Congress TV at 13.2, IBC 13 at 13.1, at the 1206 AM at 13.3. Experience more. Enjoy more. Only on your TV. Ang mga ginagawa mo ba ay legal o illegal? Alamin ang iyong bawat galaw at desisyon ay nasa tamang direksyon. Kasama sina Attorney Melissa Arnesto at Daniela Sanggalang, ang inyong kakampi sa laban para sa hustisya at katotohanan. Bawal ang iligal. Dito sa The Legal Weapon. Tuwing Huwebes mula alas 5:30 hanggang alas 6:30 ng hapon. Dito lang sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. May mga katanungan ka ba tungkol sa iyong karapatan o problemang hindi masolusyonan? Isang tawag lang at nandyan na si Attorney Bob Ferrer para umagapay sa iyo. Magbibigay boses sa iyong mga hinaing na dapat marinig. Bibigyang linaw yan dito sa Isang Tawag Ka Lang. Kasama si Attorney Bob Ferrer tuwing Lunes, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Dito lang sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Agree ka ba? Agree ako. Tara, agree tayo! Sama-sama nating tuklasin ang mga usaping pang-agrikultura. Dito, ang agri ay masaya, makabuluhan, at puno ng aral. Maging handa sa mga balitang napapanahon, proyekto at programa tungkol sa agrikultura. Sama-sama tayong magtanim ng kaalaman. Kasama si Den Macaranas tuwing Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 5 ng umaga. Dito lang sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Bangon, Bagong Pilipinas! Samahan niyo kami sa inyong agahan. Dala sa inyo ang maiinit na balitang dapat niyong malaman. Salubungin ang umaga ng puno ng kaalaman at pakialam kasama si Alice Noel. Lunes hanggang Biyernes tuwing alas 6 ng umaga. Dito lang sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Turn up the energy and let the mobile circuit take you on an electrifying ride. Every Friday night, experience the ultimate party vibe as the hottest mobile DJs light up the airwaves. Spinning non-stop hits from 10 p.m. to midnight. With the Sting and DJ Yana bringing the heat. It's a show that's guaranteed to keep you moving and grooving. Only on the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. You're tuned in to Hardball with Bill Velasco.
Shoutout muli tayo kay Nana Elena Fernandez, B. Icasiano, Lisa Palma, Jimmy Alabanza, Rap Arca, Criel Orozco, Julian Rafael Lapid, Lay Urbino, Gab Ferreras, Rona de Guzman, Harry Pasibe, Iza Manalo, Raul Dasilio, Jeric Bayani at Kyle Tan.
Hardball with Bill Velasco.
At yan po ating programa para sa araw na ito. Muli ang Hardball ay matutunghayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes alas 11 na umaga hanggang alas 12 ng tanghali. Dito lang po yan sa DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Abangan ang tanghali na lang at tapat. Ako si Bill Velasco. Kita-kita po tayo muli bukas.
This is Hardball with Bill Velasco. Bangon, bagong Pilipinas! Samahan niyo kami sa inyong agahan. Dala sa inyo ang maiinit na balitang dapat niyong malaman. Salubungin ang umaga ng puno ng kaalaman at pakialam kasama si Alice Noel. Lunes hanggang Biyernes tuwing alas 6 ng umaga. Dito lang sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Ang mga ginagawa mo ba ay legal o illegal? Alamin ang iyong bawat galaw at desisyon ay nasa tamang direksyon. Kasama sina Attorney Melissa Arnesto at Daniela Sangalang. Ang inyong kakampi sa laban para sa hustisya at katotohanan. Bawal ang iligal. Dito sa The Legal Weapon. Tuwing Huwebes mula alas 5:30 hanggang alas 6:30 ng hapon. Dito lang sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, the 1206 AM. The future of AM radio.
Fake news! Laganap sa social media! Huwag basta-basta maniwala!
Check the source. Totoo ba ang website? O baka naman clickbait lang?
Alamin ang author. May kredibilidad ba? O peking account na gawa ng trolls?
Suriin ang profile. Totoong tao ba? AI generated o troll farm lang?
Maging mapanuri. Huwag magpalinlang. I-fact check bago i-share.
Isang paalala mula sa IBC at the 1206 AM. Labanan ang fake news. Gising na! Narito na ang programa na puno ng inspirasyon at good vibes. Isang umaga ng saya, pag-asa at siksik ng blessings ang hatid namin sa inyo. Halina't samahan sina Justin Punsalang, Danny Lagman at Maan Makapagal sa isang umagang hitik sa kwentuhan, tawanan at saya. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 7 ng umaga. Dito lang sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Simula ng bawat umaga ng may saya at halakhak na walang kapantay. Hatid ang mga trending at patok online. Hindi lang basta kwento, kundi puro kalog na kulitan at kasiyahan. Ang pinaka-inaabangang programa sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas. Kalogan! Kasama ang nag-iisang pangtanggal umay, Kaka Mark Logan at DJ Gabby. Pakisaya araw-araw, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 ng umaga. Live na live yan, dito sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, the 1206 AM, the future of AM radio.
Kalogan, kalogan, kalogan.
ba tungkol sa iyong karapatan o problemang hindi masolusyonan? Isang tawag lang at nandyan na si Attorney Bob Ferrer para umagapay sa iyo. Magbibigay boses sa iyong mga hinaing na dapat marinig. Bibigyang linaw yan dito sa Isang Tawag Ka Lang. Kasama si Attorney Bob Ferrer tuwing Lunes, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Dito lang sa radyo ng Bagong Pilipinas, DWAN 1206 AM, the future of AM radio. Mula sa pangangalaga sa kalusugan hanggang sa kalingang panlipunan, serbisyong publiko na may malasakit. Magsisilbing inspirasyon at maghahatid ng kasagutan sa mga nangangailangan. Kasama si Justin Punsalang at Naomi Tiburcio sa programang Kapwa Ko Sagot.